Hello?
I'm back from vacation. I was away for a month. Some of you guys know this. Some of you may have not noticed that at all. But I'm back and I'm in a good mood, if you can't tell, because I took a goddamn break. We all deserve one. You take a break right now. Well, after this video. Also, from my experience in life, traveling, it's like the optimal time to be up to no good. Because it's like, there's less on the line when you're not home. You know what I mean? So clearly I have vacation secrets. Instead of sharing mine, I'm gonna share yours. When I was a kid, I won a goldfish from a fair. One day I was talking to my sister about how I didn't want it anymore, and she told me that when we went on vacation last month, she had her friend who fed them for us give her fish a pill in the water to kill it. Her friend took a video and sent it to her. So that night I took perfume and poured it into my fish's bowl. The next morning it was dead. Can't you just flush it down the toilet like a normal fucking person? No, I don't condone killing any creature, but why you gotta be so evil about it? It's such a slow, painful, to put it down the toilet. It can swim in the sewer. I don't know if that's worse. I don't know if that's worse. The toilet option seems a lot more kosher, you know? Okay, this is awkward. So I was on family vacation and I went to use the bathroom and shower. I was bored and was like, I'm gonna masturbate. Touch myself. Oh, thank you for defining that. I had no idea. I was looking through the bags in the bathroom for some lotion and found my aunt's peppermint aromatherapy foot lotion. I decided to use it. That lotion lit me up. Is that a good thing? I think it's a good thing. Let's just say I left the room with my dick on fire, my hands smelling like peppermints, my entire body was in pain. Okay, it was a bad thing. I didn't masturbate for 3 days straight. I like how you say it like that's astonishing. 3 whole days without touching your... By the way, on the topic of vacations, if you're looking to book one or buy outfits for one, travel gear, literally purchase anything on the internet and you want to save some money, may I recommend you download Honey. Honey is a free online browser extension that saves you money when you shop online. It automatically scans the internet for discounts, coupon codes, sales, and then instantly applies it to your cart at checkout. And Honey's got the hookup at any site you'd shop on. Amazon, Sephora, Walmart, Best Buy. That one too? That one? Yes. And the best part is that it's completely free. And the second best part is that it takes just 2 clicks to download. So easy, 2 clicks, and it's free. Boom, bam, you'll be saving money. I don't really know why you wouldn't download it, to be honest. So go to joinhoney.com/Alex. That's joinhoney.com/Alex and start saving money. joinhoney.com/ALYX. Well, when I was little, my family went on vacation to Virginia. After a few days, I went into my parents' room because my mom was gonna do my hair. So when I walked in, my dad closed their suitcase very fast. I was suspicious, so after a few days, I went in to see what was in there. In was a dildo and a vibrator. As soon as I saw it, I was scared, so I knew where to hide it. Why was your first instinct to do anything with it? You know, like I would be like, okay, not going in your room anymore. Nope, you were like... I tossed it under the bed because my parents never looked under there, so that's where I hid it, and they never found it. A few years later, when I was 12, I was looking for candy in my parents' room and found a sparkly dildo in my parents' room. I threw it out the window and never said anything. Threw it out the window. And earlier this week, I found out my dad and brother smokes weed. I don't really care, but it's fine. They think I'm dumb, but I'm fine with it since it's legal now. Isn't it crazy when we find out that our parents are, people? Share down below, when was the moment in your life where you were like, oh my god, mom, you're like a woman, and dad, you're a dude, you're people, you're a person too? Let me know. When I was like 8, me and my family friend went on a vacation to this beach house thing. The beach house had a really muddy yard, so me and this girl who was the same age as me always used to play this game where I was the mud monster and would cover myself in mud and chase her around. The mud monster? That's so cute. Why does that make me sad? Just the pure joy of childhood. Like, I don't know, sometimes I want to be the mud monster, you know? But I'm 25, so I can't be the mud monster. On the last day of vacation, we realized that the sewage was broken and all of our shit had been flowing out into the backyard, and that was what I had been covering myself in. You know what? Today's a good day to not be a mud monster. Never mind. That's disgusting. Couldn't you smell it? Or were you just having too much fun being the mud monster? That's goals. I want to have so much fun all the time that I wouldn't even know if I was covered in shit. That's the real meaning of being a mud monster. Like, this is the Urban Dictionary meaning. A mud monster is when you have so much fun that you wouldn't notice if you were covered in shit. May we all be mud monsters. Amen. Mud monster. Get ready for that hot ass piping tea. So basically this August I met a sugar daddy on Grindr from Ukraine who came to my country for a vacation. He bought me everything and took me out to restaurants and cafes. Basically, treated me like I wanted him to. Then he left, and on September, he bought me a plane ticket to visit him. At first, I was scared because this ass is broke, and just in case he would like to keep me in Ukraine, I couldn't go back, you know? But I took all of the risk and flew to Ukraine. It was also my first flight ever, so that was fun. I spent there 3 days living like a fucking member of Kardashians. I got all I wanted for free. Like, he really thought I had feeling for him. However, I did the nasty with him because he was kind of hot. But we used protection. But yeah, my dumbass even managed to miss my flight back home. But sugar daddy came through with them $400 plane tickets. After I got back home, I blocked his ass on every social media and never talked to him again. No one knows about this trip, only my close friend. When my parents would try to call me, I would say that my phone is broken. Anyways, I got the D and it was a great vacation. Love that for me. I'm a little confused on why you didn't continue the relationship. It sounded like you kind of enjoyed him, or like you thought he was cute and you got everything you wanted from him. Like, look, if I were your financial advisor, all I'm saying is that you should have kept in touch with this sugar daddy. That's it. As a therapist, maybe you made the right move. Last year on vacation, I cheated on my boyfriend with a boy, and I feel terrible about it, but I didn't tell my boyfriend. Then a year later, I went back to the same place and my boyfriend joined my family on vacation. The same boy was there again, but this time when he came to me, I rejected him. Should have done that the first time. Only he was drunk and was saying he would tell my boyfriend if I didn't do stuff with him. What the f? And then decided the right thing would be to keep saying no, and if he told my boyfriend, that would be karma. So I kept saying no, but he got violent and touched me until I could punch him and run away. I couldn't tell anyone about it and how terrible it was because I don't want the secret to come out because my boyfriend is so amazing and I don't want to lose him. The worst thing I've ever done and the worst thing that ever happened to me have both happened in the same place with the same boy. I hate him and I hate myself. Holy shit, that's dark. Just dark. Dark energy, floating. Go away. Me and my friend, now ex-friend, went on a trip to Europe together, just the two of us. She was so annoying, complained the whole time, even pretended to be asleep on my birthday because she didn't want to walk any further. Basically, she sucked the fun out of the entire trip and had me counting down the days to when we'd go home. She and I were supposed to be joining 4 other friends from a big group trip the next month, and I was dreading having to go on vacation with her again. So when we got back to our apartment, we were roommates. I waited till she was out for the day. I found her passport and I cut it up into tiny little pieces and then discarded them in the trash outside so she wouldn't see them. A day before the trip, she realized she couldn't find her passport. When she asked if I had seen it, I had told her that she should really be more careful. Oh, bitch. With her belongings, and maybe if she cleaned her room every once in a while, she wouldn't have lost it. By the day of the trip, she still couldn't find it, obviously, lol. So we all left without her and she still had to pay for her flight and the share of the accommodation. That's what she gets for messing with a Gemini with a Scorpio rising, baby. I feel like if you guys have each other on co-star, you may have just very much exposed yourself because there are too many specific pieces of information in this story. But hey, it doesn't seem like you value your friendship that much anyways. Also, wow, that is evil. It isn't even like the messing up her ability to go on the trip that's evil. It's the agony of having to deal with getting another passport. Is it even that agonizing? Why do I think it's like this big ordeal? It's like going to the DMV to get another passport. I actually think it's probably easier. I wonder if you're still roommates. Maybe not after this video comes out. Oops. So like, you know when you're on a family vacation and you have to share a bed with one of your siblings? Yeah. Me and my brother had to share one and I was like 12 and he was 14. He decided to sleep on the opposite side. After a few minutes, I'm stretching my legs and my toes touch something weird, so I press on that thing and I see my brother move. That's when I realized it was his fucking dick. I touched it 3 more times because I was curious what it felt like. I was 12. Please don't judge me. Long story short, I touched my brother's dick with my toes. At least you didn't touch your brother's dick with your hands. Or your mouth. Or your Ew. So my grandparents were on vacation, I live with them, and I was looking for something in their room. Well, I look in their nightstand and find a butt plug. But like two of the connected, so I'm disgusted, okay? It's one thing to find a butt plug in your grandparents' side table, but to find two of them connected? I didn't even know that existed. Oh my god. No. And now I'm just thinking about like decaying booty. Oh! Okay, so absolutely no one knows the truth about this, and that's not gonna change, but it's kind of funny, so someone has to hear it. I identify as gay because girls are prettier, true. But I was that tomboy that all the other mother knew was a baby. So of course I had all my guy friends and grew up with them. Sounds typical, but this is a real shame of mine. As we grew, we stayed friends, but on the low key, I started getting closer with a few of them. My mom never thought anything different when I had guy friends over because they had always been. I'm dragging this on for no reason other than being high, so I started being friends with benefits all of high school with a few of my pals, like no one knew. Let me explain that I'd rather marry a woman, but sex is fun with anyone. Anyhow, I thought I was pregnant and started punching my stomach because I had absolutely no money for a test and thought it would kill it. Jesus. I texted 6 different friends saying I need money for an abortion. Within hours, I had $1,100 in my private Venmo, got a test that was negative, and spent the money on a mini vacay to a local hotel with a pool and arcade for a day with friends. My New Year's resolution is to not fuck men, and I bought a new toy collection. Good resolution. Also, good idea. If you guys are short on cash, contact all your recent hookups and let them know that you might be pregnant and need to buy a test. I mean, like, it's kind of evil, you know? Like, it's a terrible idea, but it's also a wonderful idea. It didn't come from me, okay? But like, if you want to try it out, I won't stop you. So for vacation, I went to Mexico with my family. I had just gotten one of those bandeau bikini tops before the trip and was excited to wear it. On one of the days we were at the pool, I had decided to wear it and mainly tan for the day. It was getting hot, so we got in the pool and we had a ball, so my dad, sister, and me all started playing catch with it. I dove for the ball at one point and came back up, and 2 ladies were swimming by and told me to pull up my top. I looked down and my boob was out. I flashed people. I was so embarrassed, and I low-key think about how many people saw it since my family was right there. That just makes me wonder. I know this is semi-unrelated because you weren't purposely flashing people, but if you expose just one tit and you got in trouble with law enforcement for like indecent exposure, would you get half the sentencing if it was just one tit? One day when I was on vacation in my cousin's house, when I was there for a few days, I discovered something. So I found bottles of Coca-Cola under the bed. I told my cousins about it and they were like, what do you mean? There's no cola. I tried showing them, but then the bottles were gone. That's not really a secret. Once while I was on a family vacation, I tried to shove a mini champagne bottle up my ass. Cool. I have to go on another vacation.